guys, welcome back to my podcast. I'm your host Shelly. This is my friend.
I'm Allie.
And we are going to read Reddit stories today.
I'm very excited.
Do you know what my podcast is called? Fake fan. It is.
You didn't even let me finish.
Okay.
Okay.
The silence is loud.
Okay. To be fair, like, I do know, but I want to know how you pronounce it.
It's called guffawed. You know you can guffawed about things?
No.
Okay. Let's Google it.
Can you just...
I really can't put it in a sentence for you, and I really can't describe it. But when I made the podcast up, I knew what it meant at the time. This is not that time. Okay, so...
I'm taking notes for later. I'm going to Google all this and be like, she said this. Yeah.
So, you read Reddit stories?
Occasionally.
Occasionally?
But via TikTok.
Yes.
My favorite.
You like the ones with the Subway Surfers? Or do you like the...
No, I can't read those. No, I don't want them read to me. I want to sit there with my own two eyeballs and be like, you know.
Even, do you, like, put anything in the background? Like, you just...
Usually there's background music because they're TikToks.
You know, I sometimes sit on TikTok and the sounds... There's this one... You know those screen caps of, like... what? You know those screen caps of, like... tell me the craziest thing...
Yeah.
That you've ever heard in your life. And they're like, I killed my mom. You know those? And then
unfortunately.
And then the music is so eerie. It's like...
Yeah.
I have to, like, pause it. But then there's this stupid fucking pause button in the middle of the screen. So then I have to
read around it.
I can't. There's no fucking possible way for me to do that.
Any normal person can read around the button.
Well, it does stay on unless you press play.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
So much going on right now.
You know, this happened in my first podcast, too.
Well, I don't even know what that was.
I think it was an ambulance.
That was not.
Or was it a fire truck?
That was not ambulance.
Like a little, not like a fire truck, but like
you're talking about the
like the chief truck.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah. I'm qualified. My father-in-law is a firefighter.
Is that the one?
He was a chief.
Hot dog stand?
Yeah.
Oh, slay for him. Oh
yeah,
God.
he's double retired, and he was like, I want to open a hot dog stand. So he's gonna fucking do it.
Good for him. Snaps for the hot dog stand.
Anyways,
all right, I'm sad.
I'm glad that you've read it before. My previous guest, Jasmine, she had no idea what that word even fucking meant. She didn't know OOP or OP or like, am I the asshole? She didn't know what Reddit even was.
No, am I the asshole is the most absurd place on the internet.
No, it is.
Most of the time, you are the asshole, actually. So
you know, they do show you. They show you like at the top. It shows you on Reddit like if they were deemed asshole or not an asshole.
See, I didn't know that. I just had always read.
Oh, I didn't either.
No, you are the asshole.
I found out last podcast.
You said you are the asshole.
Okay. Well, I had one screenshotted.
Okay.
Because there was an update to it. Do you love a good update?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, yes, tell me more. Like feed me.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm sat.
All right,
on this couch.
Your first podcast with me in guffawed. Okay, this comes from the Reddit 2 Hot Takes. Have you heard of 2 Hot Takes?
Maybe.
They also read Reddit stories, so it's their Reddit. Am I the asshole for not wanting to move my wedding dates because my sister is pregnant? So, I'm in a bit of a weird situation. My fiance and I aren't the most traditional and wanted to have our wedding as more of a family vacation with the bonus of a wedding. My parents have a beautiful lakefront house that we decided to have our wedding at.
Congrats.
Money.
Good for you. Why are we throwing that in there?
Money.
Yeah.
When we were initially planning our wedding and figuring out dates, I wanted to have it on June 26th. The 26th was important to us because that's the day my fiance and I first met. But when speaking it over to my family, my sister said no, because she already had a vacation on that date. I was sad, but it wasn't the end of the world, so we decided on June 4th to June 9th. Everything was working out perfectly. I let both of our families know to put our wedding down for those dates and start wedding planning. Yep. It was all perfect until last night. I got a FaceTime from my dad who showed me the ultrasound, and I was super excited. From who? All of the congratulations jumping around because I was going to be an auntie. I'm so excited for them and my future niece or nephew. But it all came crashing down when I asked my sister when she is due, and she said May 1st, so we're going to have to talk about your wedding. I assumed she just meant that she wasn't going to be able to be in attendance. So I told them that it's okay, we can just FaceTime them in, and her jaw dropped. Then my mom said we can just push it back to September. I knew my emotions would get the best of me, so I said we can talk about it later, so we went back to congratulations and thinking of baby names. After the call, I can't lie, I had a bit of a breakdown. I already moved my dates once to accommodate my sister, which was all fine, and I didn't push back on it. But after 7 months of planning our wedding around this date and having my fiancé family plan around it, I don't want to change it. Unfortunately, I know my family, and they will push for me to move it and will disrespect my decision not to. I know traveling with a newborn baby is going to be hard, which is why I offer up FaceTiming her, but it seems like that's offensive to them to not want my sister to be present at the wedding. I feel insanely guilty about being upset over having to change my wedding dates because my sister is pregnant. She's bringing a beautiful new family member into our lives, but I'm still a bit heartbroken that if I don't change the wedding date, that I will be seen as inconsiderate and an asshole in my family. So am I the asshole for not wanting to punch back my wedding because my sister is pregnant?
Okay, this may be a really unpopular opinion, but, like, it's not this girl's fault that her sister decided, oh, let's, like, make sweet love and, like, have a baby.
That certain time,
and then,
too.
like, but then also is, because they said that the wedding was for June, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if your due date is in May, okay, great. It's not like you're gonna give birth at said wedding.
I don't remember if I said if it was, oh, it's a beautiful lakefront house. So it's not, like, crazy. It's not like in Japan or
no. Like, very doable to bring, like, a child to. I don't know. I know that the child's really young, but, like, you could definitely work around that.
Girl.
But weddings are so expensive.
They are.
Again, it is not this girl's fault that they decided
to shebang.
And, like, oh, yeehaw, we're pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, then her family be like, you're an asshole because you are wanting to FaceTime. Like, that, no.
I don't agree with the family. I've traveled with a newborn, and it is literally so much easier than traveling with any other age.
Yeah.
Because they're either literally eating or they're sleeping.
Right.
That's it.
And
it doesn't seem far. You're not traveling far.
No.
Also, but I mean, sometimes, like, parents, when I first had a baby, I was basically out of body, so I kind of get it. But also, I still would have been there to support my sister if she needed me there. But then, like, I'm happy, and people nowadays go on Facebook Live for people to watch their weddings.
Yes. Well,
like, it's not a new thing.
Right. But then she also mentioned that the sister, she had already not done the date they wanted because the sister was already on vacation.
Like,
so sisters already had strike 1, and now you're pregnant. So that's strike 2, and I guess when the baby gets here, it's strike 3. I don't know.
I would have never moved to my date. I would have never moved to my date. I would have been like, you go on your vacation, I can FaceTime you then. Yeah. And then you're going to get pregnant, so I will FaceTime you then too.
Right.
Like, it's not a big deal. If she's not, like, a maid of honor or, like, in the wedding party, then it's not a big
girl.
deal.
You can just sit on down and
live
your life.
But I also feel like the sister is super, like, attention-seeking, like, from the family. That she would... I mean, I wonder if it was planned for her to try to have this child around the time that she would have this wedding.
I'm still not over the fact that, like, the family is like, no, you need to move. Oh, let's just push it back a couple more months.
That's how you can tell that they're not using their money.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you,
favoritism,
100%.
shown baby.
Yeah.
It's shining through.
Yeah, girl. Like, tell me what. I paid $100 on my wedding. I ain't moving that shit. No.
Nah.
And I'm sure that they paid way more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it was at a lake house, you still have to do catering, like, everything.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Nah.
All right.
I need to know the update, though.
Oh. Well, a couple comments.
Okay.
Is not the asshole. I'd move it back to the 26th, which is the original date.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the day that matters to you and your fiance. Now she'll only want to go if she can bring the baby, or she'll probably try and get you to move it even further, saying, so she's not traveling with a newborn. Obviously, people are going to be upset no matter what you do or don't do, but all that really matters is you and your fiance, because the moment y'all are married, you're each other's main priorities, and no one else should matter when it comes to both what you both want.
Yeah.
Agreed. Alright, update.
Okay.
Update!
Okay.
I freaking love updates. Are you an update person?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, like I said earlier, like feed me, you know? Like,
girl, we gotta couple
I
stories
want
I
more. Like, I need it.
I looked so hard today to find. I wanted this to be an only update episode, but there are not any like updates recently.
I'm like, if you're gonna post it on the internet and you're not gonna like give me more, keep it to yourself.
My favorite is when they post the shit, realize they're the asshole, and then they just delete. They're like, everything.
Gotta go. Bye.
Everything.
You know what? Me too.
Yeah.
However, I'm not an asshole on the internet, so.
You're like, I'm just an asshole in real life. Alright. Update. So a lot has happened in the past few days. I called my brother the day after I made my post. He understood where I was coming from and told me that I should absolutely not change my wedding date. So since I was worried about speaking to my mom and being ganged up on... What? Why would you be ganged up on your own wedding date? It just doesn't make any sense to me. We planned on... Sorry, I'll redo the sentence for you. So since I was worried about speaking to my mom and being ganged up on, we planned on when to speak to my mom about not wanting to change my fiance and I's wedding dates so he could be there to talk to my mom on my behalf, and my emotions got the best of me. That didn't happen. My mom called me the next day to talk it over. I informed her that I was not going to change my wedding date, and she was upset initially but surprisingly receptive to it. I was extremely happy about that until she said, you need to talk to your sister about this because she's not going to be happy about being forced out 1 month postpartum. I explained I wasn't expecting or forcing her to be in attendance. Then my mom said, no, she's coming to your wedding. I don't care if she's a new mom. Okay. Okay, After that, I got into a bit of an argument with my mom about her forcing my sister to do something that isn't the best for her and her future family.
Whoa. Whoa!
What?
Are we...
Do we hate the sister or no?
Yes or no?
I'm confused.
Snip, snap. Make a decision.
I don't
Miss girl, please.
I don't understand. Okay. Her and her future family, which I ended up hanging up on her. I don't take being spoken to in a harsh tone easily, and will tell the other person to take a minute to reevaluate their tone and come back.
Okay, so then why didn't you say that to your sister?
No. This is an insane update. During the call, she also let slip that she was also extremely disappointed in me for going to my brother for support instead of her, and said I was just creating family drama for no reason. Which is what it is. I needed a family perspective, which is why I called my brother. What? I ended up trying to call my sister the next day, which was declined. So I texted her and informed her that I would not be changing my wedding dates. It was a lot longer of a text explaining reasons and emotions. She replied a day later with, you and I both know that your wedding dates aren't officially set, and the only factor would be communicating the change to fiance's family. I hope the hassle is worth having my and your literal niece or nephew's presence. Okay. This sister is nuts. I explained that I have already put money down on multiple things, as well as having my fiance's family planning accommodating around this date for 7 months. She was not receptive in my opinion and said there are really no excuses. You have the power to move the date, even just a little later in the summer, to include me, and you're choosing not to. That hurts. Which I ended up responding that I'm not choosing to not have her at my wedding. But understand she may not be able to come and will have to FaceTime instead. As well as explained that I already moved my wedding date once to accommodate her. I asked her to try to put herself in my shoes and how she would have felt if I asked to push back her wedding. Which she replied, I would have moved my date in a heartbeat. That's the difference between us. At that point, I decided to offer...
I'm gagged. No way she said that.
Huh? At that point, I decided to offer up pushing it back to the 26th of June, as some comments said to see if she would still be going to her previously planned vacation, which thank God I did, because she told me she couldn't do the 26th, as she's still going to go on her vacations. 20 days after my wedding, by the way.
You're telling me... that you're going to go on a vacation?
I'm not the most knowledgeable about babies, since I don't have one and have only known my best friend's baby. Fair. But I don't feel like there's a huge difference between traveling with a 1-month-old and a 1.5-month-old. There's not. Yeah. So that solidified in my mind that she doesn't care about me, my fiance, or our feelings, but still expects everyone to accommodate her. Mm-hmm. At this point, As per my fiance's advice, I'm putting it in the F it drawer in my head, and I'm not going to stress about it anymore because everyone knows the date is set. If my family would like to show up to my wedding, that would be amazing, but if not, I'm not going to be upset. At the end of the day, this was just to show me who to prioritize as family in my life because family is not always blood.
I would like to circle back around to the F it drawer.
I love that.
I need to start using that.
My therapist, she was like, girl, you need to just put that all in a box and just put it all away and then save it for later. And that feels like an F it box.
Here's the problem with me putting things into boxes. I
don't get burned.
Open the box. I open it and open it and open it. The box is not dusty. You know why? Because the box doesn't sit and I say, that's my box. It's opening and closing all the time. Okay? So, like, good on her for putting it in the F it box. Couldn't be me. I'm a hater till I die.
Yeah, no, I would be...
hater till I die.
No, my therapist would hear so much about it, and then I would cut that shit out of my life, for real. No. But also she said 20 days after my wedding when she's going to the vacation.
That's insane. You might go touch some grass. I don't know.
I don't understand, like... I understand. She's probably the youngest, and she's probably the baby, because the mom is reacting insane.
Yeah.
Your daughter's getting fucking married.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big thing. Most moms dream about it.
Yeah. But, you know what? In this case, this girl that's getting married is, in fact, not the asshole.
No, I agree.
At all. She is solely... honestly kind of a victim to her own family. Like, to her own. And then it's the mommy like, why did you seek out your brother?
Huh?
What?
I seek out my brother all the time, but you know what? My mom gets upset when I do that too, so yeah.
Maybe.
So
what is that from Pitch Perfect? You're cut off. That's how it is.
I might leave that in. Anyways. Yeah, I don't think she's an asshole either. I think stick with your original date, and if they show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't.
Great. Like, if you're there, awesome.
Yep, that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, I agree.
Cut the mom off, cut the sister off.
Cut it all.
But what sucks is that she's about to have her niece or nephew, and I would want to be in that baby's life, so it'd be hard on that front.
I hope that she figured that out.
I'm sure she didn't. There was no update. The update was like a day ago.
It's still actually in the box. It's in the box.
I'm going to leave that in the box.
Collect in dust.
Yeah, she said there's no knickknacks in there. I don't need them.
Not the knickknacks.
Okay. You ready for your second one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is from Am I the Asshole? AITAH Reddit.
Okay.
Alright. Am I the asshole my wife wants to be friends with a guy she had an affair with? Alright, so next one is...
Okay.
I am 33 male, and my wife is 30 female, and she is seeking friendship with a guy she had a sexual affair with last year. I expressed my feeling about it and said I didn't want her interacting with him and didn't want him around, and she's saying I'm bullying and controlling her like her mother did.
Whoa.
This is insane. Okay, edit. There are updates at the bottom of this post. Yes, I contacted an attorney and I have an appointment scheduled in the coming week.
Are they
This jumped.
divorced?
Are they getting a divorce? Did he decide?
Yeah, an attorney? Unless she, like, found out that
I'm just gonna read it as it says, because there's a lot going on here.
Okay.
I told her we can divorce and she can do whatever she wants then. She doesn't work and stopped working after we got together. She doesn't really have anywhere to go and I don't want to just kick her out, but I do want to be emotionally free. I was aware of the affair and had told her my feelings on the matter and begged her to stop. She used him against me indirectly, but in detail, telling me in detail what they were doing sexually, and it broke me.
She's sharing.
She's sharing what they're doing together.
He's
and
like,
expecting him to stay.
He's like, hey, babe, how was your day? And she's like, well...
I went and fucked Jerry the other day.
Yeah. And it was good. Do you want to hear about it? And he's like, no. And she's like, well, that's too fucking bad.
We did the position you hate.
And you know what? He loved it.
She's just roasting him. And being like, but you'll stay, right? You'll pay my bills.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, April, they broke things off, and she and I had a rough bit, and it's still rough, but was doing better. Yesterday, he asked her if she wanted to get coffee, and she said she initially wasn't going to go, but we had a small argument, and she decided to accept and just to upset me. When she got back, I blindly ran outside to express my inner feelings, yelling not physically at him, because we never interacted, but he drove off, probably for the better. She and I argued inside after for a while, and I told her I don't want him coming to the house again, around our kids, and I don't want to see or hear about him again.
They have kids too?
They have kids, and you're messing around?
Okay.
I'm feeling icky.
I feel like I gotta go bathe. Oh my
She said
God.
I was being controlling like her mother with her past boyfriends, and I told her if she wants to do whatever she wants with whoever, then we need to get a divorce. But she begged me not to follow through with it. My family, friends, coworkers, and therapists all say divorce is in the best interest, especially for my mental health. What? You want... Edit.
What?
To clarify...
I feel like I have like whiplash.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm cheating on you, and this is exactly what I did with the guy, but you have to stay. You cannot get a divorce. Edit. To clarify, the next paragraph after my and her argument, I didn't actually get to say anything to him. She had me so spun around in my head that the below happened.
Below?
Had I sent the text before arguing with her, now it would have been different. After our argument, I texted him apologizing for running at the car. He is on your property, sir. Told him how I think of him, but that I also don't hold any ill intentions towards him, and I don't. My wife told him she was in an open relationship.
Oh.
So I don't completely condemn him. I also told him he's not welcome on my property or around my children, and I call the sheriff to trespass him if he returns. He hasn't attempted to reply to me, and I don't think he said anything to her. Should I continue to let this slide for the sake of our kids? No! As of right now, she and I are basically bad roommates, and if I were to seek out family...
Oh shit, you're bad
Yes!
roommates. What?
And if I were to seek out female companionship, she'd throw that in my face in a heartbeat. I'm so emotionally wrecked after everything she and they did last year, and I'm not past it yet, and still got thrown into panic attacks if I see him or his car or similar in passing. King, get out of there. Take your kids and run.
Literally, like, the fact that this poor fellow felt the need to write into am I the asshole? Like, asking. Because probably his wife has gaslit him so bad into thinking he's the asshole. But, like, that is so psychotic.
She's being nuts.
First off, no way she said that they were in an open relationship. Like,
if Zach said that, literally a gun to his head. Literally, I'm on the run. Literally, the sheriff will be looking for me.
Like,
and I will be on the news.
Yeah.
And I'll be in your basement. Your finished basement.
Your basement? Me. My eyeballs through the glass, bitch.
Yeah.
Watching you. Yeah. No.
What?
The fact that he has stayed around for this long, like, way more patience than I ever would have.
Yeah.
Because, again, like, I have no patience, and I have no...
Especially with men.
No.
Truly. Like, I have a lot of patience for women. But not this one.
No.
Because how the fuck are you going to sit there? Tell your husband you had an affair. You have children together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can't get a divorce.
Yeah.
I just know she's in the background like, you can't get a divorce. It'll ruin the kids. It'll ruin the kids.
Girlie, you ruined the kids. You ruined it 10 times over. Those kids are going to have to grow up and be like, I'm sure the kids are somewhat aware of it, right? Like, there's no way that you're just so oblivious to that unless they're like young kids. If they're old enough to comprehend what's going on, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, mom like used to blah blah blah. Be so fucking for real right now. No.
And she brought him to his home.
She is the asshole, not
100%.
Not this
and,
author.
You know, the other guy, I don't know, because she tells him that they're in an open relationship, so he's like, okay, it's cool. But how are you gonna?
Mm-hmm.
How do you not check in with the? I don't know. I don't understand how open relationships even work. I couldn't do one.
No. No, you'll No. I'm a jealous squirrely.
Me too. Zach talks to the 45-year-old woman who needs help with her computer, and I'm like, who was that? Was that Amy?
We were out somewhere the other night, and we were at a concert, and this lady turns around and touches Josh's shirt, and she's like, "Oh, I like your shirt." She's drunk, and I said, "You, me, later, out back in the alley beside the dumpster."
I just can see you with a beer bottle just smash it against the wall.
She looked over at me, and she was like, "Oh, I'm married," and I said, "I bet you
I'm married too."
Yeah. So no, props to you, whoever wrote this thing, because will never be me.
And I'm sure this is months of like stuff because I'm still going. There's more.
Oh God.
Edit. Absolutely going for the divorce and seeking custody of the kids. I'm going to therapy to deal with my issues.
Yep.
We were going to start couples therapy last year, but she told me she slept together the first time the day before our wedding anniversary. So that really fractured everything I had with her.
What?
She slept with another person?
Like another person being surely not the same surely not the one that she had already been sleeping with.
You know what I fucking hate?
So
is that he literally, in relationships like this, like the person not knowing that they're getting cheated on, like imagine all the STDs you could bring home. Like the woman, she could get pregnant not by the guy. Gypsy Rose situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, that's insane.
Oh no.
Edit. I wanted to thank you for your support and suggestions. I'm contacting my attorney today. To those who think this is fake think whatever you want. This is my life right now, and I've been broken down in my core doing the best to get my footing.
I mean, that's just like earth shattering because I'm sure that this is whoever this is feels very helpless, has kids involved, I mean, who knows how to deal with that? No one. No one writes that out in like a book for you. Like that's crazy, and so you're having to navigate it alone.
Just think about like during the days. I'm not trying to put this in your mind, but I think about this all the time.
Yeah.
During the days that you're at work,
yeah,
Josh is with another woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he goes to work that night.
Yeah.
And people can just do that. Yeah. And it happens all the time.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, Zach is really just out with another woman. Kissing in the IT closet.
But then, like, that's real. Kissing in the IT closet is crazy behavior. But, like, yeah. I mean, but that stuff happens.
No, yeah. That's why I think about it all the time. I'm, like, reading this. I'm like, what has Zach done?
Could never be me.
Update. Just called the attorney starting the divorce process again. Good. Update. Appointment scheduled with attorney. This guy's just letting us in on everything.
I'm like, wow.
Update.
Yes.
Last update. You ready? We had another argument today, and she eventually said, so how will the divorce go? So I told her flat out, if she wants to continue contact with him, it will not be here. She stated that I'm choosing my ego over the sake and well-being of my kids. I responded by saying, I'm choosing my mental health, and wouldn't it be better if they didn't see us argue and bicker all the time? Yes. Her response was just that I'm choosing my selfish ego. She's locked herself in the bathroom, so I guess that's all for tonight.
I'm sorry, did you just say...
Hold on. Wait, I have to see if there's more.
She's locked herself in the bathroom?
No, that's it.
Oh, that's all wow.
Some comments. This is what happens when you forgive cheaters. She has no respect for you. You're an ATM to her. Get a divorce. Stop blaming the kids because you're blind in love.
I mean, if you want to put it short and sweet and don't sugarcoat it.
That was it.
That was it. I mean, like shit. Yeah.
No, it's worse for the kids to watch parents yelling and begging for each other's attention. It's just horrible. I've been in that. Like, sitting there, and your parents just sit there and scream at each other. Like, it's not healthy for the kids. Like, when Zach and I ever have a disagreement, which is very little, Jolie is either asleep or she's at grandma's house. Yeah. Like, we don't do it in front of her. Or if we do, like, if someone gets a raised tone, we apologize in front of her. Right. To make sure that she understands that it's not normal for people to yell at each other.
That is
horrible.
You know, you read the first one, and I was like, yeah, okay. But that one, I said...
I got you some hard hitters. I don't think I had
I feel like I need to
many
like run
my
laps.
first one. Yeah.
Like, I need to, like,
No, I feel disgusting thinking of
I'm icky.
that she
I'm icky.
cheated on him the night before their anniversary,
Yeah,
and I'm
that's-
sure they had sex on their
Oh,
anniversary.
you know they did. She's like, la la la, we can fix this. I want to make love. Like, you know, la la la, I want to make love. Like,
It's
yeah,
horrible.
no.
Another comment: your wife's actions are unacceptable and disrespectful. Your feelings are valid and prior to. Can I read big words tonight?
No.
Thank you.
That's
for
not,
that
this is
vote
not
of
the time or the
confidence.
place for that, no. No.
Your wife's actions are unacceptable and disrespectful. Your feelings are valid and prioritizing your mental health is important. Divorce might be the best option for you to move forward.
Divorce might be. Divorce is the best
That's the
option.
answer.
There's not, oh, you might be able to fix this. No.
No, that's the answer.
Wah, wrong. Get out of here.
That's the answer. That was a hard one. That was a lot too.
I was
I'm
like, this
exhausted.
keeps going and going. How can this
No,
like
it's
light on
literally-
fire more? And the dumpster just kept being lit on fire.
I just keep going. Edit.
and I said,
edit,
God,
update. Update.
When does it end? It doesn't. It
No,
never ends.
They're still doing it. They're still in the middle of this divorce process. Like Queen,
Thinking
and I
of that.
know that she's making it a hard time for him too. Like Queen, you were in the wrong.
You're wrong, girly.
You're
pop.
wrong. That's just the answer.
Mhm.
That was crazy. All right, ready for another one?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm sad.
We're gonna do like 5.
Okay.
Is that good with you?
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Am I the Asshole subreddit. Am I the asshole for calling a coworker snarky when she said I gained weight? I, 27 female, started taking weight loss meds this year. I wasn't really obese, but I was very overweight for quite a while. Since then, I lost about 70 pounds, started working out, and really improved my mental health and self-esteem.
Slay!
Last week, I went for lunch with my coworker and bumped into my sister-in-law, who knew about my weight loss but didn't see me in person since I started the process. She congratulated me on it and went about her day. My coworker asked me what she was congratulating me on, and I said that it was about my weight loss, to which she replied, "Oh, she was being polite then, because I think you actually gained a few pounds recently, didn't you?" That obviously made me confused, lol, and said it was a bit snarky to say something like that. Even if I actually had gained weight, which I didn't, I don't think this is a polite comment at all. My coworker finished with, "Well, I'm sorry if your fishing for compliment strategy didn't work on me." I'm very, very confused about this because even though she isn't my best friend or anything, we usually hang out at lunch or coffee breaks and get along really well. Maybe I offended her, telling her it was snarky. Am I the asshole?
I want you imagine this, okay?
The silence was so
Imagine me and you. We are former coworkers, okay? Me coming up to you and like Hunter. Shout out to Hunter. Our queen. Anyway. And you know, Hunter's like, "Oh my gosh, Shelly, congrats on your weight loss." We walk off and I'm like, "Oh.
Bitch, you're fat.
The fuck?"
Actually, I thought you gained weight, actually.
Like, imagine. I would be flabbergasted.
Or I did that to you. Imagine it. Or Adam.
Like,
No, he wouldn't.
he
But
would
that's
never. Polite king.
Tony.
Tony?
Because Tony's pretty blunt. He'd
Yeah.
be like, "I never noticed."
Like,
I'd be like,
damn.
"I'm gonna cry about that later, Tony."
But, like, that's so rude.
That is horrible.
Why would that ever come out of your mouth? I don't care. I'm a very blunt person. You can ask anyone. Just, like, straight to the point.
Yeah.
There is a time and place for that, and, like, that is being mean. That's not just being blunt and, like,
That's-
being straightforward.
yeah.
That's just being fucking mean.
Yeah. No, agreed. Like, the only way that you should compliment someone's looks is if you have a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
If you don't have a nice thing to say about somebody's looks, something that they can't change,
Yeah.
like, weight is hard. Like,
Yeah.
I've been on a weight loss journey for months, and I gained 20 pounds. Like, it's working, clearly. So,
You know. She'll share her secrets later.
it's a lot of sweets, baby. My daughter, she calls these little pumpkin molds that you, like, put cookies in and make them, she calls them bad boys. So we have to make bad boys, like, almost every night because she just loves to bake.
Yeah.
She's like, "I want to bake, please." And then we make bad boys. And that's why I gained
You know,
probably
when
20
you say
pounds.
pumpkin, I thought of like the little pumpkin brownies that they sell at the store, and I need some of those. The little I have to go to the store Thursday, so.
I guess I popped that.
Me and then pumpkin brownies.
Yeah.
They belong in my cabinet, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I'm clipping that. Hey, chat, you saw that?
I feel too seen, but I feel.
Yeah. No, that's fucking crazy. Some comments. Let me guess. Coworker is chubby and feels threatened by your weight loss. Oh, we get a reply from OP.
Oh.
She has a similar body type to the one I have now. Maybe she just thought of me as a safe fat friend and doesn't like the fact she can no longer look skinnier by comparison.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That was okay.
Not the asshole. I would make a report to HR just to get it on record. This person seems extremely toxic. She may make a complaint to HR about you, so you need to report this first. She's obviously not your friend, not worth your time. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I would go to HR too.
I'd be like, hey,
just letting you know, this person called me fat. I've been on a weight loss journey and they called me fat. No, I'd lose my mind if someone literally called me fat to my face. Like, I can call me fat.
Yeah.
But you can't call me fat.
Yeah.
Because then I will cry and talk to my therapist about it. And it'll be this whole thing. Take up so much time and therapy.
So really, at the end of the day...
Actually, you know what? They're wasting my time, literally. That's insane. That's insane. Alright, you ready for the next one?
Oh god.
This one's locked.
No.
It's been removed.
That's how you know that it was good. And
I should have screenshotted it. It was only 12 hours ago. That's why I didn't think it'd get taken down so fast. But I'll tell you what it was.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for refusing to have my location tracked?
With, like, no context, like...
The reason why I got that is because you and I are people who just love to have people on Find My Friends.
It's me and you on Find My... It's when you texted me when I was at the bar next door, and you're like,
where you
at? Are you next door to me? And I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm next door.
Hunter all the time will if I'm in Florida, she'd be like, hey, where are you? I see your key.
I love looking. Yeah. And, like, when Josh was gone, like, I love to look at where he was. I was like, hey, he's wherever. And I was like, I have no idea where this is, but...
I love to just look.
Yeah.
And Zach and I do it for, like, safety purposes. Like, to make sure he gets home safe and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a location sharer.
I love it.
I'm
like, okay. Like, sometimes I'll turn it off.
I still have people that I don't talk to at all.
No.
I haven't talked to them in...
No, same.
In months. And I'm just watching them have fun at work.
My little Sims, you know. My little Sims. Every night I'm like, where are they at? Are they in bed? Okay, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Like, a girl I worked with last year, Haley, I have her location.
I do too. That's exactly who I was
literally, that's who you're thinking of?
Yeah.
And I have hers, and she's just like...
Whenever she's home, what is it? Her thing says, like, stay at home mom.
Stay at home girlfriend.
Yeah, stay at home girlfriend.
It makes me laugh.
It's so funny.
It's funny.
I texted her a while ago, and I was like, that is the funniest thing.
No, it makes me giggle.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, girl, get it.
Stay at home girlfriend. That's so mean.
Like, my true dream. Josh, please.
She hates her job. Just let her do it. Alright, you ready for the next one?
I'm sad.
Okay. Oh, the whole time. It's probably, I don't even know how long we've been sad for.
An eternity.
Does it feel that way?
No, I really like the ambiance in here. I'm just like, I'm just soaking it the fuck in.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, I'm soaking it. Okay.
This comes from AITAH subreddit. Am I the asshole that I told my girlfriend my ex called to tell me the dog we had adopted together was going to die? She responded, it's just a dog. I, 37 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 33 female, for 10 months. My ex... So, this is where you and Josh are right now, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Longer.
How long have you been together? 11. Almost a year, right?
Yeah, almost a year. So, like, not far off, yeah.
So, but they're 37 and 33.
This is very adult behavior. Could be me.
Okay. My ex and I were together 6 years and adopted 3 dogs. The dog in question I spent 4 years with, and my ex and I have been broken up for 18 months. Ex kept 2 dogs and I kept 1. New girlfriend, 33, female, and I were together for 10 months. So ex called me around midnight to let me know she had to take him into the ER vet and probably was not going to make it. I texted my girlfriend good morning and call me when she's up and about. She calls and I tell her my ex called saying the dog was dying and how concerned about it was and how I was upset I may not see him if he dies. Nothing but silence. I asked her with no compassion. She said no, it's her dog, it's just a dog. I responded with, really, this is how you want to play this? Make it about you and your insecurities right now? And I said goodbye. I don't hear from her for almost 3 weeks, so I called her to apologize. 3 weeks is a long time to not talk to your spouse.
That's so... Especially, like, we're adults, but, like, they're
up there. 37 and 33, you should be communicating effectively.
You're, like, adults. You're settled in your life. Like, I communicate better than that, for God's sakes. Like, 3
weeks is long.
That's nuts. I would go nuts because I'm crazy, but also... Like,
I would just break up with her.
I'd be like, bye.
No. Zach didn't talk to me for a day, and I went and I found him. I was 17.
Throwback!
Okay. No, that literally happened, though. So I called her to apologize for being insensitive and wanting to resolve things and move forward. She said she did nothing wrong, and I said I should have reassured her better because of her insecurities. I asked her if I should not have told her or lied to her, which she had nothing to say. He lied to her? Did I miss that? She said it was up to me to fix things because I hung up on her. Told me her mother would disown her if she knew we were talking and had been crying every day and she deserves better. I was at a loss that telling her my dog was dying led to her not talking to me. She also owns a dog.
Is that the end of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, because I'm stuck on, like, the she said that he lied to her. Either that's, like, a mistype and he, like, left out a part of the story, or, like, he threw that in there and, like he did lie. Or he's, like, lied before and is leaving out the part. Because... taking that out of the equation before, while you were reading that, I was like, okay, I'm going to put myself into the scenario. Being, like, the animal person that I am, like, same to you, like, if I had shared a dog with someone for that long, now if it had been a couple months, okay, I would still have some sympathy, but, like, 4 years is a really long time.
That's a long time to own a dog.
Yeah.
And, like, that's a long time for a dog.
Yeah.
Like, don't they say 1 year is 7 years for them? That's a long time.
And so, like... for her to be like, oh, it's just a dog, like, but that was, like, your dog in, like, a life that you shared with someone, like, at least, like, have some sympathy, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, he didn't say that he was going to go say goodbye to the dog. He was upset that he wasn't going to be able to, but unless he left that out, he didn't.
I don't think he did. I don't
think he did. And so, that's where I'm like, okay, at least have some sympathy and be like, you know what, that sucks, like, I'm really sorry.
My thing is that she's 33 and she went to her mommy and then she said my mommy would disown me if we got back together.
Be like,
he's under the impression they didn't break up. They just haven't talked for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's that subreddit where it's like you're already separated?
Yeah.
There's a subreddit for that where they're like telling stories about basically this. I haven't talked to her in 3 weeks, and everyone's like, you're broken up. What are you doing?
No, literally. And this isn't some, like, oh, we're in high school, blah, 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 and you do, like, that back and forth.
Girl.
33 and 37. Grow the fuck up.
33, you're going to your mommy, and you're saying that my boyfriend hurt my feelings?
My mom's gonna disown me if we talk. Oh, be so fucking for real.
Huh?
What? Like, I'm sorry,
No.
but, like, I'm also not sorry, because, like, have some sympathy for the dog. Yeah, maybe he did lie about something, okay? And, like, shame on you. You suck.
Yeah,
but,
thanks
like,
for not putting that in.
Yeah.
For what we have in front of us.
What the info I have presented in front of me via the pad is that, like, stop being an asshole and say you're sorry about the dog dying. Also, you're 37.
Tell him.
You're 37, and you and your lover, if you're still together, need to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I said what I said.
Mm-hmm. All right, some comments.
Oh, God.
Not the asshole, my dogs are family. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, they aren't as smart as some of my relatives, but they make up for it by being dogs. Wait, I love that. What a roast. Why are you with someone with no empathy? Even if she doesn't personally care, she should be able to see that you do. Oh, Pete responds, we're not together anymore, lol, but I thought she was a good person, but I was wrong.
Yeah, fucking clearly.
Not the asshole. At 33, she should have a better grip on her insecurities. Is this really someone you want to be with long term? That's pretty much what all the comments are saying. Not the asshole.
Yeah.
Not the asshole. Go say goodbye to your dog.
Yeah. It's not like she's asking to get back together. And honestly, unless him and whoever ex was, like, were having, like, relations maybe on the side, maybe that's what he lied about.
Maybe.
Like, the fact that she said, hey, listen, like, I know this dog was a big part of your life. Like, letting you know.
I would let Zach go say goodbye to a dog.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I would be like, I'm going to be right behind you, staring at your ex through her fucking head. But I'll be there to let you, like, say goodbye to your dog.
I mean,
4 years is a long time to have a dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Especially if it was a puppy and you grew the puppy up yourself.
Yeah.
Come on now.
God, they're not together anymore.
Yeah.
She's probably, like, holding hands with her mommy. So, you know.
Alright, I got 2 different ones.
Okay.
I think I might want to do both. But do you need a long one or a short one first?
Give me the long one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll end on a good note. I don't know how this note. Like, look. Let's go. Okay.
Here, let me
get comfy.
buckle in.
Buckle in, girl. So this is from AITAH.
My hair was just on my toe. I shed like a dog anyway. It was just
in my
your
hair. Your hair is so long. I remember I would find stuff in your hair in the aviary all the time. In the glue.
Bird duty. I just had like a seed stick. But yeah.
That's exactly how it went. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend, don't be surprised if I'm not attracted to you after I give birth? What? When my boyfriend and I got together, he had told me that he wasn't initially interested in my looks because I didn't fit what he usually went for. I was naturally fit due to a high metabolism and doing yoga 4 times a week. But after he, in his words, saw how I looked naked, said he couldn't get enough. My boyfriend has said from the start... Yeah. I'm really going to go home and literally take like a 9-hour shower.
I'm going to go outside and touch my grass after this. And then I'm going to bathe.
And then she's going to read more Reddit stories after I leave. On TikTok.
She's inspired me.
Okay. My boyfriend has said from the start of our relationship that he is someone who loves physical affection, and I grew up in a house where we didn't have physical affection, so it was a pretty big adjustment, but I learned to love it, honestly. We have been together for over 2 years. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified, but he told me he would do this together, and even though it was scary, we would do it together. That's fine. I hate him already, though. We found out we were having twins around 10 weeks. That's a lot of babies. And this caused a lot of anxiety for me.
Some would say a litter.
Huh?
Just so...
That one made me cry. That was so funny.
You're having a litter of babies. I like when people have like 6+ kids. I'm like, y'all, you have a whole litter.
John and Kate plus 8's insane.
They have a fucking litter of children. That's like litter. Proceed.
Okay. Whew, okay. We found out. I don't even think I want to read this next line, but I gotta.
Oh, God.
We found out we were having twins around 10 weeks, and this caused a lot of anxiety for me because I was told how big I would get and how much I would stretch, and being someone who has never had much weight to me, it was scary. I sat down with my boyfriend and told him that I was scared that not only would I not love myself, but how scared I was of him losing interest in me. Yes, it's pretty low in problems and growing a baby, but it took me a long time to look in the mirror and like what I saw. Ditto. He told me that he has always been excited to be a dad, and he thinks me carrying our children is so hot. Fast forward, and I am now 29 weeks pregnant and measuring the size of a full-term pregnancy with a singleton pregnancy. I'm huge and have really struggled with the weight because my body hasn't handled it well, so I was put in high risk by my OBGYN because she is worried my body will give out due to my weight. Since about 23 weeks, my boyfriend has started to pull away with affection. This is anything from kissing me to having sex. So this has caused me to have very low self-esteem, but I started seeing a therapist, and I've recently started to trying to cope and love myself. And one thing she told me to put myself out there and see if maybe me getting him in the mood and pampering him did anything to him to help.
Ew.
I did everything.
Why are we feeding into this?
Longest post of my life. I'm like, I already know the answer.
Yeah.
He's a dirtbag.
Absolutely.
I did everything I could to make the night special for him. Candles, his favorite dinner, a massage for him, just whatever I thought he would like. After the massage, I tried to turn... She is pregnant!
With twins.
Why is he not massaging her?
Well, I guess we'll never know.
After the massage, I tried to turn it more and he turned me down. At this point, it's been over a month since he has given me anything from a compliment about my body, so when he turned me down, it wrecked me. I waited till he fell asleep, then I cried for a while in the bathroom. I decided that when he woke up, I would talk to him to see if there was anything I can do more for him, or if I could do anything better. The conversation started by him saying he just wasn't attracted to me, and that all he sees is someone growing a child. I asked if him seeing me this way meant that I didn't deserve compliments and affection of any kind, and he said he loves me just as much as before, but he can't separate me from the child, and it makes him feel gross. This caused me to become angry, and I said something I regretted, which was, well, don't be surprised if I wasn't attracted to him after I gave birth, and you would be lucky if when I bounce back, if I even want to touch you. This caused us both to stop, and he said, that's not the same, and it's hurtful that you would keep intimacy from me. I feel horrible for what I said, because I know that what I said wasn't true, but in the moment I felt so hurt, I did apologize, but he said I was out of line, and now he is hurt, and I can't stop thinking about what will happen when I give birth. So am I the asshole?
No.
Get out of there! How did you get in it? First of all.
It's the fact that, like, what I'm not past is, like, the therapist was like, oh, make it special for him, and, but, no!
My therapist would have said, kick him to the curb.
No, literally, like, no.
Can I just re-say at the beginning? When my boyfriend and I got together, he had told me that he wasn't initially interested in my looks.
I'm gonna say this, and you can edit this out. From the sounds of it, and he's like, oh, you're gonna look so hot carrying my kids and blah, blah, blah. Brother has a breeding kink, and then when the actual breeding itself occurred, then now it's unattractive. But, like, the thought of it, which is literally, like, textbook,
yeah,
what that is.
I agree, yes.
Is like, oh, you're gonna look so hot carrying my kids and blah, blah, blah. And then it happens, and you're like, ugh, icky. No, that's not how that works. Like, and I kept thinking that the whole time, and I was like, oh my god, this is literally what this is.
So, when I was pregnant,
Right?
Zach could literally not keep his hands off me.
Yeah. That's usually how it goes.
That's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
You're supposed to love your wife, whether
Yeah.
she's 100 pounds, whether she gains 90.
Yeah.
Like, from the moment I met Zach, I was 170 pounds.
Uh-huh.
And by the time, right now, I'm at 200 pounds. So
Right.
I gained 30 pounds.
And still.
And he loves me.
Yeah.
He would do anything for me.
That?
This, the iPad, that's insane.
The pad? No.
How are you gonna stay with, not to victim blame, but how are you gonna stay with somebody after he tells you that he wasn't initially attracted to you? Like, I don't understand why I would never...
Before all this occurred.
Yeah, I would never stay with somebody who was not attracted to me.
The fact that he had the audacity to say that. It was like, oh, I'm not attracted to you, but we're still gonna date.
But also, guess the fuck what? She's pregnant with your children.
2. Not 1, 2.
And then he's also like, how... That's not the same, and it's hurtful that
It
you would keep
literally is the
intimacy
same.
from me.
It's the same.
Sir, you were keeping intimacy away from your wife for months.
He's the asshole.
He's bad. Bad asshole.
Bad. Wow.
Holy shit, there's an update.
Oh.
Allee.
Hold on.
Allee. He was sleeping with someone else. bitch. No. home drunk crying, saying how it's been hard for him to even look at me after sleeping with a woman from work. And he was sorry. From work! He was sorry it took me asking about this change in behavior to tell me. Thank you for all the advice and putting things in perspective. I never thought this shit would happen at 22. She's 22.
22.
And having twins in a few months, but at least now I have some clarity. He was begging and crying at our bedroom door for me to talk to him for over an hour about not leaving him. Thanks again.
Remember at the beginning of this when I said I was going to go outside and touch grass? I meant that. And I mean it more so now. I gotta go.
Holy sh! I didn't see that update. That's insane. He was sleeping with someone else and he came home drunk crying.
Boo!
Boo! Tomato!
Boo!
What the fuck?
Oh, no.
Okay, comment. That update hurts my soul. Fuck your boyfriend. Leave him and research how to go about getting child support from that piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking piece of shit. Another comment. Of course, it's the same thing. He can't show you any affection, hold you, nothing. That is ridiculous. I'm so sorry you're going through this, not the asshole. Man, she's responding to a lot. She says, exactly. He said all he sees when he looks at her. He said all he sees when he looks at me is someone growing a child. Would he not hold his own children?
Probably not.
You're having kids with a shallow man baby. Many such cases, unfortunately. Of course, in his eyes, a potential future you is evil for withholding intimacy. Meanwhile, he says he feels gross when he looks at you carrying his children. Man, that one was bad.
Wow.
That one was really bad. Allie, I'm so sorry. I didn't read these. I didn't read this.
She made me go to my couch.
Dude, I hadn't read these. That's crazy. He was cheating on her. She's 22 with twins.
Someone from work.
Alright, last one. Hopefully this one's good. I hope.
Fingers fucking
It's only that long.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Alright, this is from Am I the Asshole subreddit. Am I the asshole for not paying rent? I, 34 female, recently moved in with my partner, 35 female, and we agreed to go half on bills, utilities, and groceries. There was no mention of rent when I moved in. My partner's ex pays the mortgage as child support, so there's no rent or mortgage payment on her part. Today, 3 months after we moved in, she asked me to give her half of the mortgage payment as my rent. I was surprised because I assumed we were only splitting the bills she pays. I pay for half the groceries, but it's mostly what everyone eats and what the kids snack on. There's kids involved. I pay for my own snacks separately. I have a car note, and she uses my car more than I do most of the time, but she's not paying half of my car note. I pay for all of the date nights. I pay if we go out to eat or any activities we do with the kid. If we're going to a friend's house and they ask to bring something, I'm paying for that too. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pay something she doesn't pay for, or am I being a bum?
I think, from an outsider's perspective, I think, like, what that boils down to is you not having communication with whoever you're with. Because, like, I feel like if you share a space, share a household, share whatever, like, you can't just ask for rent. Like, just be like, hey, happy Thursday, pay rent.
Hey,
like,
guess what?
and you've never done this before in your life.
Yeah, you need to discuss that before you move in with each other.
Also that. Life changes. And, like, if you're paying for date night and stuff, and you're tired
Sounds like
of
she's
it.
paying for everything.
Yeah.
Kid, I don't know if the kid's
then,
hers. Like,
reevaluate. Like, no, you're not the asshole for not wanting to pay rent, but also, like, be an adult and have a conversation.
yeah.
Like, I get it. That is a lot. It seems like a lot that this person's paying for. Right.
Yeah. And then
But-
also on top of that, the only things they're splitting is the utilities and
Right.
something else. I lost it.
And,
Utilities and groceries.
yeah.
That's it. And
That's
then
it.
she says that she does the rest. Her car note. I guess that means her car.
Yeah.
It's not breakup worthy for me, but I definitely would have a fucking conversation with my spouse about it.
Right.
I don't understand people who go into, like, moving in with each other and they just don't talk about the specifics.
That's
blows my
all
mind.
that has been the topic of conversation in my household lately because of, like, the life changes and stuff that I've had. Like, you have to have those conversations or you're either going to end up broke or you're going to end up split.
Mm-hmm.
Or both. Maybe both.
Probably both.
Probably both. And you're both screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have the conversation. Be the adult.
Yeah. Zach and I always, like, our main thing is, like, if we can't do it ourselves, then we can't do it at all.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter now because we're married, but when we were just dating
Mm-hmm.
and there was no certification that we were together,
Mm-hmm.
we were always like, if I can't do this rent without you, I'm not doing it at all.
Yeah. That's exactly how this has gone.
Mm-hmm.
It was sat down and it was like, if we cannot, like, even, like, when it came down to buy, like, getting furniture and stuff, it's like, if we can't, like, split this or, like, 50-50 it or you pay for one thing, I pay, like, we're not doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I don't understand why this was not a conversation before this person moved in.
No, I don't either.
But they were deemed not the asshole by Reddit.
Okay, fair.
Comments: how is it you moved in with your girlfriend and everything except rent was discussed?
Yeah.
Silence is loud again. Like, how are you not going to talk to your spouse before moving? Like, I can't get over that fact. I'm really confused.
Like, it would be different if you all were still living in separate households and you, like, visited. Like I was saying earlier, you know, like, I used to visit Josh, like, 3 or 4 nights a week, but I didn't live there.
Yeah.
Right? But now we live together. Now we live under the same roof. Now we pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that'd be different. If you were just visiting and they said, hey, pay half the rent, that's absurd.
Yeah.
But, like, now you have to have the conversation because you live together.
But also there's that extra factor that the baby daddy is paying the mortgage.
So why are we asking for rent? Why are we asking for that? Why are we probably asking for a decently substantial amount of money?
Yeah. What the? Not the asshole. Sounds like she's kind of a leech. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no comments from the OP or anything.
Damn.
This is 20 hours ago. There's only like 5 comments on the post.
No.
Everyone's
That's so
like,
recent.
she's
but,
a
like,
leech. Everyone's like, she's a leech.
I mean, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's
I
not
agree.
much else to that. Well, how'd you like being on my podcast?
This was incredible.
My dream guest on my podcast.
That's all you cut to.
Was
just
that kind of
face.
good?
That kind of fucking ate. That fucking ate and left no crummies.
Okay.
None. I don't even have to sweep later. There are no crumbs on the ground.
Well, I'd like to have you back on if you want to come back on sometime.
I'll be on here anytime. I hope that whoever watches this, I hope that you get a kick out of me going and touching grass.
Okay.
I'm watching you through your walls.
What the fuck are you saying now?
I'm just kidding. It was a pleasure.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks for watching or listening to my podcast. You know my podcast is on Spotify?
Yeah, I did.
Oh. It's so cool. It comes up, you just type the name and it comes up.
Do you want to spell that for the people?
GUFFAWED ! Also on YouTube. Allee, do you want them to find you?
Please don't look on the internet for me.
Okay, don't do that.
I am a mystery to you, and I'm a mystery to myself.
Because usually on other podcasts, they're like, where can we find you? I'm like,
In your walls!
I'm literally...
I said it earlier.
Guys, I'm bringing completely fucking normal people onto my podcast.
Or so she says. Again.
Well, normal to society. I don't have any celebrities yet. After this podcast, you'll probably be one.
I hope to God, because Mama needs, like, to pay her bills.
Okay, Mama. We'll think about it. Okay. Have a
Bye.
good night, everybody. Hope you like our cozy vibes.
I like them.
Bye.